this is part 2 of preparing a piece of fabric for making a furoshiki. In our part 1, we ironed the fabric, the whole fabric, to get wrinkles out, and we did a double fold hem on one side. In part 2, we have already ironed the other edges, and I'm showing you what they should look like when you get through. This was our edge 1. Edge 2 overlaps on edge 1 in the corner. That makes for a nice, neat edge. In order to keep it in place while you're getting the rest of it ready to sew, you can pin the corner. Let me show you how the rest of them look. This is corner 2, and then corner 3. They'll pop open a little bit, but because you have that pin there, it's not going to get out of place. And now this is the last edge, which, if you notice, okay, this is the beginning of edge 1, and this is edge 4. We want that last corner to overlap the same way. So you have to undo the first edge just a little bit so that you can finish edge number 4. You do a quick iron on the fold there, and then you do another fold. And you keep going here. And you get that last edge here. And then when you get through with that last corner, you'll see that it's, each time you do it, okay, this is your right side, it's overlapped on the left, and it's the same way throughout. And I have to mention, when you're sewing on a machine, you can have these pins where you're not sewing. When you get down to that corner where the pins are, you have to take the pins out, because otherwise it will get caught in the machine. If you're sewing by hand, that doesn't matter, and it will make it a little easier. When you're sewing, regardless of which method you're using, machine or hand, try and go from left to right, because that way it will hold down your overlap. Okay, and when you get to this edge here, you want to sew all the way to the edge, and then use your reverse button on the sewing machine and come back to this point. As you're sewing along the inner edge of that fold. You want to get that fold, and then you'll have it done, and you will have a furoshiki.